"Ma'am, I can't find my daddy," the little girl said. The female CEO ran after her toward the woods. The rain had started earlier than expected, thin, needling drops tapping against the large glass windows of the conference hall as if urging everyone inside to pause and listen. But no one paused. No one listened. No one except Elena Ward. She stood by the window with her arms folded, her eyes drifting away from the table where her board members debated numbers, profits, deadlines. Usually, she commanded every room she entered. Today, though, her focus was elsewhere. Something inside her felt unsettled, as if the world was holding its breath. "Ms. Ward, we really need your approval on the expansion plan," one of the directors reminded her. She forced a smile, a practiced one she had used for years. "Yes, I'll review everything." But the unsettled feeling only grew heavier. After the meeting finally wrapped up, Elena decided she needed fresh air, real air, not the conditioned kind that tasted like recycled exhaustion. She picked up her umbrella and stepped out of the building. The company's countryside event venue, surrounded by wide fields and a stretch of old woods behind it, usually felt peaceful. But today, the woods looked darker. She had barely taken 5 steps toward the parking lot when she heard it. A soft voice. Trembling. Fragile. "Ma'am. Ma'am, I can't find my daddy." Elena froze. Standing near the edge of the garden path was a little girl, no more than 6. Her hair was messy from the wind, her cheeks wet not just from rain but from tears. She clutched a small stuffed rabbit so tightly its ears were bent. Elena's heart lurched. She walked toward her slowly, kneeling so their eyes met. "Hey, it's okay. What's your name?" "Lila," the girl whispered, her lips trembling. I was with my daddy, and he told me to wait while he talked to someone on the phone. But he didn't come back. I waited and waited, and then I heard him calling me from the woods." Elena's breath caught. "From the woods?" Lila nodded quickly, pointing with a shaking finger toward the tree line. "I ran in because I thought he needed help. But it got dark. And I couldn't find him. I came back but, he's not here. I don't know where he is." Elena looked toward the woods, the shadows moving with the wind, the uneven silhouettes shifting like restless figures. She swallowed hard. No child should ever face fear alone. "It's okay, sweetheart," Elena said gently, brushing a strand of wet hair from the girl's forehead. "I'll help you find him. You're not alone anymore." "Are really?" Lila whispered, hope flickering in her eyes like a candle in the dark. "Really?" And before Elena could stop herself, before she even grabbed her phone to call for help, she found her feet moving, following the little girl, who was now running straight toward the woods. The woods. The air grew colder the moment they stepped beneath the trees. Branches dripped leftover rainwater. Leaves whispered overhead, and the ground smelled of damp earth. Elena held Lila's hand tightly, her pulse thudding with every crunch of twigs beneath their feet. "Where did you last hear him?" Elena asked softly. Lila pointed deeper inside. "That way." But then it got really quiet. They walked carefully, calling the father's name. No response. Minutes passed. The woods felt endless. Then, suddenly, a faint sound. Not words. Not footsteps. Something in between. Lila tugged Elena's sleeve. "That's him. I hear him." Elena strained her ears, trying to separate the sound from the rustle of the forest. She heard something, muffled, distant, but she couldn't tell if it was a human voice. She took a breath. "Okay. Stay beside me. Don't run off, all right?" Lila nodded, wiping her eyes with her sleeve. They followed the sound deeper. As they continued walking, Elena's mind drifted back to memories she usually avoided, memories she had buried under the weight of business meetings and responsibilities. Memories of a little brother who had once wandered off at a park. Memories of how she screamed until her throat burned. Memories of search teams combing the area for hours. He had been found safe, but those hours had carved a permanent fear into Elena's heart. A fear she never wanted anyone else, especially a child, to experience. "Lila," Elena said gently as they stepped over a fallen branch. "What's your daddy like? What's his name?" "His name is Mark," Lila whispered. "He's really kind. He sings me songs every night even when he's tired. And he always holds my hand when we cross the road." Elena smiled faintly. "He sounds like a wonderful dad." "He is," Lila said, voice cracking. I just want him back." Elena squeezed her hand. "We'll find him." But as they walked deeper into the woods, Elena realized something. The sound had stopped. The woods were silent. Too silent. The clearing. They eventually reached a small clearing where the trees bent inward like spectators. Lila stepped forward first, scanning the area anxiously. Then she gasped. Elena's heart jumped. "What is it?" Lila pointed at the ground. "That's Daddy's thermos." A silver thermos lay near the base of a tree, half buried in wet leaves. Elena picked it up. It was cold. "See?" Lila said, voice rising in panic. "He was here." Elena took a slow breath, forcing calm into her voice. "Okay. This means we're close. Let's call out again." They shouted. Again, silence. Elena pulled out her phone, but there was no signal. Her stomach tightened. "Ma'am," Lila whispered, gripping Elena's coat. What if something bad happened?" Elena knelt in front of her. "Listen to me. We don't assume the worst, okay? Your dad might just be lost too. People get turned around in woods all the time. We'll find a way out. But, what if he's hurt? If he is, we'll help him. Together." Lila breathed shakily, but nodded. Elena looked around the clearing again, searching for signs, footprints, broken branches, anything. Then she spotted something. Tracks. Not very clear, but human. Leading downhill. "Lila," she called softly. "Come here." They followed the tracks slowly, the descent slippery from rain. Elena held the girl close to keep her from falling. At the bottom, they found a narrow path that seemed slightly cleared, less wild than the rest of the woods. A trail. Someone had walked this way. "Daddy?" Lila shouted. Her voice echoed faintly. Still nothing. Then, finally, a sound that was unmistakably a person. A cough. Weak. Rough. Elena's heart surged. "This way." They hurried, slipping through branches until they reached a spot where the trees parted just enough to reveal a man. Sitting on the ground, leaning against a fallen log, one hand pressed against his side. He looked dazed but conscious. Lila screamed. "Daddy!" She ran ahead, and Elena rushed after her. The man lifted his head weakly. "Lila!" Lila threw her arms around him, sobbing. "Daddy! I thought I lost you." Elena knelt beside them. "Are you all right? What happened?" He took a slow breath. "I slipped, went down the hill, hit my side on a rock. Couldn't move for a bit. I tried calling her, but my voice wasn't loud enough. I was scared she'd get hurt looking for me." Lila sniffed. "I found help." The man looked at Elena gratefully. "Thank you." She smiled. "You don't need to thank me. I'm just glad you're okay." But Lila shook her head. "No, you saved us. You didn't leave me alone." That struck deeper than they knew.